Today, I would like to talk about the Public Library Survey Dashboard. This is a tool that library board members and directors can use, especially in the planning process. I want to introduce you to the Statistics Dashboard, as I call it. We do call the Public Library Surveys the Annual Statistical Report. It has a ton of quantitative data in it. And I'd like to show you how you can use the dashboard to evaluate library usage, and finally discuss how to use this data to set goals and make decisions. First, a little bit about the Public Library Survey. As I mentioned, we call this the Annual Statistical Report. We collect this information from public and tribal college libraries every year. It asks for a lot of information about the library. It includes information about the library's finances, usage of library services, and often includes some additional questions that are around topics of interest to libraries. Most of the questions on this annual survey are requested by the Institute of Museum and Library Services, which is a federal agency that oversees libraries and museums around the nation. This is very interesting because it allows us to compare Montana's data to data of libraries around the country. It is used and can be used by librarians and board members, as well as legislators and others who fund libraries to look at trends in library usage and to see how things are going in libraries in general. Before I show you the statistics dashboard, I want you to ponder for a few moments what questions you have about usage of the library. I'll share for you some things I might ask if I were serving on a library board or the library director. What are the most used services of the library? How has usage changed over time? And how does the library compare with both libraries in the area and libraries that serve a similar population size? All of these questions can be answered using the dashboard. So what I'd like to do now is show you the dashboard where you can explore this data about your library. As we go to the State Library's homepage, I will show you how to get to this dashboard. So from the State Library's homepage, there's a variety of ways you can get to the dashboard. I'm going to choose to go Services to Libraries, Library Development, and then scroll down to Public Library Survey and Data. There's a lot of information on this page about the Public Library Survey. What we are most interested in today is the Montana data. This is how you get to the actual dashboard itself. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the information that you see on this opening page. This is data about the state of Montana. It has the most popular questions were asked, which is generally about usage of the libraries. You know, how many Montanans have a library card? How many visits were there to libraries? And that information appears on here. You might notice that the state fiscal year is a couple of years behind 2024. This is because the state of Montana data and page is comparing us to other libraries around the nation, and there's always a delay between the release of the national data and our own state of Montana data. So if you keep that in mind, you'll know that you are looking at information that is a couple years old, but you can see how Montana as a whole ranks against other libraries in the nation in terms of these key usage factors of the library. You can see on the right, there's a map that will tell you about operating revenue for the libraries. You can change this by choosing a different choice under library measures. And then you have a couple of factoids at the bottom. What I want to focus on today are some of the other tabs in the dashboard. So I'm going to click on Individual Library. This is where you begin to explore your own library's usage and how your own library is doing. So this is a snapshot of an individual library. It's looking at how that library compares with other Montana libraries on those same key usage statistics, like library card holders, circulation, and visits to the library. Over on the right, you'll see information about the library. One quick note that legal service area population is defined in the administrative rules of Montana. So it may not match your own legal service area population, For purposes of this statistics report, we use that service area population. So you can just keep that in mind as you're looking at this. You can see it also gives you other information about the library and its budget and staffing. And then down at the bottom, you can see the circulation trend for the library. And again, some quick facts about the library's collection and programming. Well, this is very useful and interesting information to take a look at in comparing your library to all the libraries in Montana. It's really the next few tabs that I think have the answer to the questions I posed when I was talking about what I wanted to know about the library. So the next tab, Graphs, shows you information about the library over time. So you might remember one of the questions I asked was, how has usage of the library changed over time? This is a really good place to get that information. It defaults to operating revenue. Maybe I want to know about usage of the library, and perhaps I even want to know circulation. So I'm going to select total circulation, physical and downloadable. This reveals to me about 10 years worth of data. And it already brings up some questions for me that you might also have asked when you saw this visual. You'll notice that usage of the library's materials is steadily increasing, and then suddenly it drops quite a bit from 2020 to 2021. There may be a very good reason for this, and this is something to keep in mind as you look at this data. It will often bring up questions for you that you may need the assistance of the library director, or you may need to talk through with others to figure out what is the reason behind that data. Why did it change like that? And what does it mean for the library? Is it a one-time only thing caused because the library building had to close? Or are you seeing a drop in circulation over time? These are the things you need to consider as you look at this data. I'm going to now go to comparison, which is where I will find the answer to the question I posed: how does the library compare to libraries in the area? And how does the library compare to libraries of the same population size? This defaults to looking at libraries in an area. So I can compare the library to other libraries in this part of Montana. Now, it's not going to be apples to apples. Likely in any region that you look at, you might have libraries that serve a large population and libraries that serve a very small population. However, it can be useful to take a look at how you compare to your peers in the area. Sometimes you'll see very similar usage of libraries in a particular region or area. And that's just something this information can reveal to you. So you'll see you have the list of libraries, and we are still on circulation, and so that's the information that's being displayed. It tells you the total circulation for that library, and perhaps more useful, because you might have libraries of a different size, it takes a look at the circulation per capita. And that same information is revealed here in a way that shows you which library has the highest circulation per capita, and then it goes down through to show where your library might fall in usage of the library. Some things to keep in mind with this: the way that your library used may be different from your peers. For some communities, the library's traditional role of providing access to library materials is the most important. And so you're typically going to see higher circulation and usage of the library. But for other communities, the ability to connect with others and to learn informally might be more important. And so in that library, I might expect to see higher program attendance, but lower circulation. This is why talking about this data with each other can help you better understand the library, and that can help you make better decisions. So the other question I had was, how does the library compare with libraries of a similar size? And I could find that out by clicking on this View by Population Peer Group. When I click on this tab, then I am able to look at how the library compares with other libraries that serve a similar size population. The map is very handy for seeing where your peer libraries are around the group. The flow is the same. It's going to tell me these libraries, it's going to look at their circulation and their per capita, and then it's going to show you how they rank again for libraries that serve the same population group. It can be very useful to compare yourself to libraries of a similar size because you often have similar budgets, similar staffing sizes, so it's a little bit more apples to apples. So I'll go back to the National tab. And I just want to talk briefly about this one. This allows you to see how Montana compares to other states in the region. And so you can look at your library and see where you fall in circulation per capita or usage per capita and how that ranks with other libraries in neighboring states. But the final tab, the data tables, is where I can find the answer to the other question I had, which is what are some of the most popular services that the library provides? Now, this is not in a visual. This is obviously numerical data, and so it may take a little bit of mathematics to find the answer to the question. But what this allows you to do is take a look at all of the statistics for circulation and give you a sense of what's the most popular and how those statistics have changed over time. And so this can allow me to drill down to what services are the most popular and look at the actual quantitative data. So as you can see, there is a wealth of information in this dashboard, which is why it is very helpful to think about it in terms of planning for the library. So the ways that you can use this dashboard are revealed on this slide. You can use the data to make decisions. So you can use it to understand trends, to think about what to start, what to continue, what services you might want to stop. You can also use it to think about the library's physical space or its funding needs. And then finally, that can be useful for setting goals for the library. You want library services to be about your community and community-centered. The thing that this dashboard can help you do is really think about the library's role in how it provides those services. So here are some possible next steps for you to consider. Think about what you want to know about usage of the library and perhaps even financial status of the library. Review the data together with other board members and the director to kind of think about what questions it reveals, to talk through any anomalies that you might see. Remember, this is quantitative data. It's only one part of the puzzle. You also need to think about things like how do community members use their library? What kind of feedback are they giving you about the library? It's all of that together, the quantitative and the qualitative, that allow you to make good decisions and to plan for the future of the library. And then finally, you can think about some possible goals for the library. For instance, if qualitative data from the community has indicated that loneliness and social isolation are an issue for your community members, then perhaps in looking at this data, if you see interest in programs and attendance, maybe you want to focus staff time and resources on increasing the amount of programs you have and thereby increasing the attendance, which is a way that you can foster that human connection that people might crave. So that's an example of how you can use this data. So I want to thank you for taking the time to review this video. I encourage you to take the dashboard and look at it, compare it, answer questions about your library, and perhaps use it to set goals for the library. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to State Library staff. We very much enjoy looking at this data and comparing it to other libraries and helping you walk through and set goals for your library.